In any sport, the leading edge, the difference between victory and the rest, is forever advancing. For the best part of a decade in the Canadian Rally Championship, that leading edge has been pushed furthest by two career-long rivals. But the 2014 season has brought the first glimpse of movement in years, while the returning champion remains as strong as ever. He meets a fresh set of contenders that are turning on the heat at each event. Proven skill versus raw, determined talent. Major changes are happening at the top too. Subaru Rally Team Canada have been busy preparing their new 2015 WRX STI rally car for its competition debut. With a changing of the guard behind the wheel of the factory Subaru and the unveiling of the new car, Subaru is adding its own waves of movement to the championship. This third round of the series might just be the most unpredictable event in years. Rallye Défi, the midpoint of the Canadian Rally Championship season, begins just 2 hours north of Ottawa and Montreal in the Laurentian Mountains. Early morning calm will soon give way to fierce competition.
It's a tough rally. The roads are a bit rougher this year, so this morning will be hard.
It's a very tricky sort of terrain here. They're very technical stages, lots of crests and like corners that tighten over crests.
The strategy this morning, it's go fast but try to survive. The first stage will tell us what kind of pace we need to have today.
I'm not looking the time, I'm just running, but I just want to running faster and faster and have fun.
Most competitors are familiar with one another, but with Subaru Canada's new car and the retirement of their long-standing driver, Patrick Richard, uncertainty is in the air.
It will be different for sure, and I've been competing against Pat for so long. He's directly linked to my career, let's say. Had so many good battles with him.
It's a big challenge today. We have a brand new car, it looks amazing. We're really pleased, really positive. We've had a good test, and yeah, looking forward to getting going.
Alex Belin and Joël Levac are starting to go faster and faster. Definitely we have to keep an eye on them.
The car's running well. I still continue to learning for this weekend.
We did great at Bay. I hope we'll be able to do great today and tomorrow. The goal is to finish on the podium, and I know Antoine is really hard to catch, but he's the goal.
The two-day event will cover 175 competition kilometers, mixing both rough and narrow roads with smooth, high-speed stages. 33 teams will have to find the right balance of pace versus preservation. The Canadian Rally Championship is presented by Subaru, confidence in motion, and supported by Yokohama Tire Canada. The early morning Friday stages are critical. Antoine Lestage, the reigning champion and current points leader, knows this best of all. Any team that can take the lead on these tight, twisty stages will likely hold it till the end of the day. Martin Rowe and Nathalie Richard have a great deal of catching up to do. They have never rallied together, they're in a brand new car, and Martin's pace note system is completely new to Nathalie. The learning curve is steep. Joël Levac and Stephanie Lewis are back in their World Rally Spec Mini. They showed great speed at round 2, and they hope to overtake the team of Bellande and Murphy, who managed to outrun them at the previous event. The father-son team of SYLVAIN and Simon Vincent are underdogs this weekend. Their smooth and steady approach will serve them well on the rough stages, but they might lose time to faster cars on others. While Jean-Sébastien Besnier, a former CRC champion, struggles with setup issues that have him well off the pace. In two-wheel drive, all eyes are on the 1991 Golf of Simon Dubé. He's won 2 straight events so far and is a master of maintaining momentum. Americans Chris Greenhouse and Billy Irvin are looking to end Dubé's reign with a win of their own.
Brake for 4 left in. into a full right minus out.
The wild card in the two-wheel drive battle is always Martin Walter and Ferdinand Trautmannsdorf. They have proven they can be fast, but will their rear-wheel drive 240SX hold up to the unforgiving rocks? With the early morning stages underway, the question is, how do they all stack up? Where does the new Subaru Canada team land? And can the Yokohama tyre team of Lestage and OCKWELL take control of the rally early on? We'll find out after the break. Half a day of racing is complete at Rallye Défi, and teams have arrived in the town of Saint-Agathe-des-Monts for a one-hour service. After the rough morning stages, this gives the teams a chance to check their cars.
The stages are very nice, but they're rough, a lot of big boulders, so sometimes you have to change your line to avoid.
Subaru Canada is sitting in fourth place, not exactly where they hoped to be early in the rally.
We dropped quite a bit of time to Antoine, unfortunately, but we've got some things we can improve with the car, and we just basically need to drive faster. It's that simple. You know, every sort of kilometre I'm driving it, I'm thinking of different things we can change. So the car's a little bit oversteery, but we know how to fix that.
ROWE's optimism matches with Lestage's confidence after taking the lead from the get-go.
I think we won all the stages, pushed quite hard, still trying to avoid the rough stuff, but the car's doing well. Alan is doing a great job. The Yokohama tires are absolutely fantastic because those stages were rough and no punctures, and we're in the lead, so it's all good.
Between ROWE and Lestage is the rekindled battle between Belland and Levac. Not that they'd let you know it.
The ambition is for me to increase my pace and give me some, okay, go well, you need to go faster. But the other side, have a lot of fun. This is the masterpiece of the whole operation here, is to have fun.
It was going really well. Last stage I had a broken axle, so lost a couple of time. So that's put us in the third position. The next few stages are really hard.
He says the car is fine. I don't know how he can say the car is fine when you have a broken axle.
As the top teams depart, service continues for the two-wheel drive contenders.
Everything's going well. The car is good. Some lost potatoes on the road, but we tried to skip it. Yeah, good speed, I think, but I don't know with other guys. I think we're a little bit slower, but still a long way to go.
After 4 stages, Lestage and OCKWELL have jumped out to a 1-minute lead. Less than 30 seconds separates second to fourth. Greenhouse and Irvin are out in front in two-wheel drive with a strong lead over Dubé. The question is, will they have better luck this event and keep the car in one piece? Next stop for fans and competitors is the Palomino spectator stage. This 3.5-kilometre high-speed stage is full of spectators, and teams run it 3 times in the evening. For the competitors, they'd better make sure their 5th and 6th gears are in top shape. They'll get a workout on these short blasts. Rally is usually a challenge of driving 1,000 turns once. This is a rare moment to attempt the same section of road back to back. The times get faster with every pass. It's an opportunity to compare the teams. Alexandre Belland and Lynn Murphy's growth in the series has been outstanding, and they are rising stars. Through the Subaru gate and into the spectator section, they're pushing hard. As he exits the Yokohama tyre gate, his split time comes in at 1:22.4, good enough for 4th fastest. Levac and Lewis have been on pace thus far, but on this second pass of Palomino, the Mini is only fast enough for 6th at the split. For Subaru Rally Team Canada, the challenge here is slightly different. Most top teams know this road through years of experience. ROWE doesn't have that luxury. Luckily, Nathalie does. They set the third fastest time. The Vincents are still fighting the good fight, smooth and steady as always. They've got the 7th fastest split. The fast road rewards high levels of commitment. There are no gotcha corners on this stage, so teams are going for it. Maybe the biggest surprise is the team of Labrie and Barrette. They've struck a blistering pace. On Palomino, he's second fastest, less than a second behind the Yokohama Canada team. Antoine Lestage must have the map of Palomino memorized. He's won this event 7 times, and his run through the stage is picture perfect. Holding every drift to the edge of the road and carrying every ounce of speed. This is a team that is firing on all cylinders at the top of their game. At the split, he's fastest, and that's how it stays. In any competition, it's easy to get wrapped up in tenths and seconds. But on stages like this, it's all about fun and the fans. 3 repeat passes on a fast road delights the spectators, and they brave the forest and mud into the night. The end of day 1 results look like this. Lestage maintains a commanding lead. Belland bumps up to second, followed closely by Levac and ROWE. Greenhouse tops the 2-wheel drive leaderboard and sits in 10th overall. That is, until tomorrow.
Imagine taking on the same Yokohama tire technology that helps racers dominate the worst winter conditions around the world and optimizing it to help drivers take on Canadian winters with a tread that provides trust and control against extreme winter roads. Our new Ice Guard line is formed from an advanced water-absorbing compound for optimal grip. Don't just stand up to Canadian winter, conquer it with the all-new eco-friendly Ice Guard IG52C by Yokohama.
Day 2 of Rallye Défi dawns early. The mist is still clearing in the Montpellier region, and overnight rain has left today's stages wet, without dust. Subaru Rally Team Canada has awoken this morning with renewed determination. They've set some good stage times, but they're still in 4th overall. Not good enough for their high standards.
Go. 50, crest 30, long left 2, turn right 9. Care, crest and right 9. Okay, so 120, care, crest and right 9.
The good news is that Martin and co-driver Nathalie seem to be gelling quickly in the car.
Middle, 40, long right 5. Lane over crest.
Antoine Lestage and Alain OCKWELL press on through the tricky morning stages.
Left 6, half long, keep in, and right 5, into keep mid right over big jump, and care loose, right 5 minus continues over crest, open short.
They're still setting top times, despite some overheating issues that has their car popping in and out of safe mode. Joël Levac and Stephanie Lewis should be fast on these twisty stages. The Mini is the most nimble car in the series, and they hope to make some time up on their competition. But they're only 7th fastest on the first stage. Alexandre Belland and Lynn Murphy are 2nd fastest and add 14 seconds to their lead over Levac. The privateer team of Labrie and Barrette continue to impress. Their fast pace puts them in 5th, holding steady behind Subaru Rally Team Canada.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
The 2-wheel drive battle is spreading out too. Chris Greenhouse and Billy Irvin have established a solid lead.
5 left long.
Simon Dubé simply can't keep up with the horsepower of Greenhouse's car. Both are putting in impressive drives, but the gap is widening. The duo of Will Hudson and John Hall are blazing the stages, but a time control penalty costs them 10 minutes and puts them out of contention.
Left 3, right 6.
Up front, the podium battle still rages. Every tenth of a second is critical. Bellond and Murphy are on full attack. They definitely want to widen their lead over third. The big jump crushes the suspension through the hood of the car. They'll finish the stage, but not the event. Bellond and Murphy's retirement changes the leaderboard. Lestage's lead grows, while Levac moves into second, with ROWE close behind. Greenhouse commands the two-wheel drive leaderboard, with Dubé, Walter and Hudson all chasing. Teams arrive back at service. Lestage and his team seem worried.
Yeah, I am a bit worried. I think we might have a little problem with the engine or something like that. It's burning oil. It feels okay, but I think now we're going to go and make it almost like stock. Just to try to prevent it, and we'll go on the safe side because we have a big lead.
Broken suspension is not Bellon's biggest problem of the day.
We're going flat out, and we land really hard on the big jump, and Lynn got a back injury, so she's gone at the hospital right now. So that's the end of the rally for us.
We had a problem with the front diff, and so we have had to run the last 2.5 stages in rear-wheel drive. But because of that, we're now changing the transmission. The guys are doing that in our 40-minute service, and we're going to head back out and hopefully finish the day and maybe move back into second where we were, where we climbed back to this morning.
Lestage isn't the only one playing the conservative game. Same goes for the two-wheel drive leader.
We had a good last loop. We're pretty much keeping pace with Dubé. We have a good lead on Will Hudson. He is murdering everybody in two-wheel drive right now. He's just unreal, but we're gonna let him do his own thing. He's pretty far away from us, so we're just gonna have fun and race our own race. Drink some champagne.
The Canadian Rally Championship's third event, Rallye Défi, is 3/4 complete. Fans line the Montpellier spectator stage as teams prepare for the final leg. With a big lead, Antoine Lestage and Alain Ockwell have eased off. They're running low turbo boost to preserve an ailing motor. A racer never wants to go slower, but Antoine knows that playing it smart is part of winning a championship. Subaru Canada's Martin Rowe and Nathalie Richard had hoped to push their main rival harder this weekend, but small problems put them on the back foot early in the event. With their pace now on point, they've got Levac and Lewis in their sights. Will Hudson in his Fiesta R2 is breaking two-wheel drive stage records like it's going out of style. Dubé and Greenhouse put on a show and maintain their podium places. The action is pure entertainment for the fans. The Canadian Rally Championship is presented by Subaru, confidence in motion. The final stages of the event will decide the fate of the teams.
Go. 30, small crest, into left, 3, 150.
Antoine Lestage and Alain Ockwell just need to hold steady and see their car to the end. Subaru Rally Team Canada, on the other hand, is out to overhaul Levac in his Mini. The team has sorted the small issues that plagued them earlier in the event.
Small crest, right 7.
Now we'll see if the new pairing of Rowe and Richard can find enough pace to overhaul Levac and Lewis. Levac's confidence in his car is growing with every stage. The battle with ROWE has pushed him to drive faster than he's ever gone before. In fourth sit Labrie and Barrett. Just behind a six-time national champion, a World Rally Mini and a factory team effort, this privateer duo is flying and on pace to hold off the hard-charging Jean-Sébastien Besnard. The father-son team of Sylvain and Simon Vincent round out the top six. The two-wheel drive leaders are also holding steady.
100. Flat crest.
Greenhouse and Irvin's horsepower advantage and steady driving has proven too much for Dubé and Lavigne this weekend. The final turn sees Lestage and OCKWELL cross the line victorious.
That's it. Good job, man. Good job. You too, man. Made it.
Win number 8 at Défi, third win in a row in the season, so really happy. Thanks to John for preparing me a great car. Thanks to the guys. Thanks to Alan, who was perfect in the right seat. Thanks to Yokohama for the tires. Perfect weekend.
Behind him, a hard-charging Subaru Rally Team Canada. With just a few corners left in their rally, they have yet to take second place from Levac. The final stage will decide the battle.
You know, I've had a really good time. I'm hoping we've clinched second. It's been quite close. We've had a few problems in drop time today, but we're pushing fairly hard in the last couple. I've just had a really good weekend, so I want to thank Subaru Canada, I want to thank Pat and everyone at Rocket Rally, and big thanks to Nathalie as well. She's done an awesome job.
They'll pull to the side and wait to compare times with Levac, who's running next on the road. He's holding nothing back. This one is going to be close. Rowe's experience wins out this time, but by less than 3 seconds.
Well, it's really good to meet you. Thank you.
Despite one's victory to the other's defeat, it's smiles all round.
I guess I keep the overalls for another one.
Lestage, ROWE and Levac climb atop the podium. Labrie's great drive lands him 4th overall, with Besnard and the Vincents rounding out the top 6.
Yeah, Rallye Défi is always tough. It lives up to its name. You know, it was a busy weekend. We had some really hard stages yesterday and today. We pushed hard and picked our moments, and it all worked out in the end.
Yeah! 8, how do we do that? Yeah, or whatever.
I think we've done pretty well as a team. I think we gel pretty well, and it's funny how this weekend so many times we both want to say the same thing at the same time. It's getting kind of spooky. It's only been one rally, so I don't know. We'll see.
It's always good to have a little battle like this and you compare, so you know if you make any mistake or you lose time. So yes, I said thank you to him because I think he improved myself.
In two-wheel drive, Greenhouse and Irvin's 2-minute lead over Dubé and Lavigne holds out. Walter and Hudson hold down 3rd and 4th place.
We have been trying for 3 years to finally get a win, and we finally did it. So hard to describe how good it feels to get the monkey off my back right now.
Yokohama Team Canada's consistency, combined with Subaru Canada's driver change, has Lestage in a clear lead for the championship with a tight points race behind him. On the strength of 2 wins, Dubé still leads two-wheel drive with Greenhouse and Walter chasing. Whether it is your first national victory in years or your 3rd in a row, individual successes make an impact on the championship showdown. 3 events down, 3 more to go. As the teams move west for the next 2 rounds, who or what will make the biggest impact next? Until then, I'm Neil Cole, and you're watching the Canadian Rally Championship.